Good morning. Welcome to White River Buddhist Temple. Today is our January Shotsuki Hoyo service. This morning we will have Sambu Jo led by Reverend Yasaki on page 22, followed by the Hyo Bakumon, during which Reverend Cindy will read the names of those who have passed away in the month of January, followed by Sutra chanting Jusege on page 24. And at that time, during the chanting of Jusege, families may come up for Oshoko during the chanting.
Can I ask everyone to please put your palms together and gasho, bow your head in contemplation and respect. As we say together, Namo Amida Butsu, I take refuge in Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Anna, Namo Anna, Namo. We are gathered here today in observance of the White River Buddhist Temple's monthly Shotsuki service to remember those who have passed away in the month of January. They are Hajime Nakai, Jack Kaoru Arima, George Satoru Miyaki, Ura Toyoshima, Masao Tsuji, Yoshito Tanaka, Minoru Koga, Yoshiko Mary Matsuyama, Mary Yukie Hiranaka, Chie Onchi, Shizumi Fujimura, Akiko Shimatsu, Masao Tom Suto, Sunao Iwai, Masako Shimomura, Sachiko Nakayama, Takio Hank Nishimoto, Yoshi Koki Nishimoto, Shizuko Higuchi, Masami Ida, George S. Ikuta, Doreen Nakayama, Catherine Dodobara, Dwayne Hamamura, Frank Okimoto, Roy Hajime Taketa, Hiroshi Takashima, George Tsunoru Komoto, Willard Creighton Farrell, Frank Tokyo Komoto, Sherry Mizuki, Robert Akiyama, Catherine Komoto, as well as all others who were not listed but contributed to the temple and its community. May the fragrance of the incense teach us the purity of our intention. May the beauty of the flowers offered teach us of life's impermanence. May the light that burns brightly teach us of Amida's great wisdom and compassion.
Manzo
Can I ask everyone to please once more put your palms together in God's shore, bow your head in contemplation and respect. As we say together once again, Namo Amida Butsu, I take refuge in Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Anda. Namo Anda. Namo Anda. Namo Anda.
Next, please rise if you're able for the reading of the three treasures on page 3. Three treasures. Fortunate is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Rare is it to encounter the teachings of the Buddha. Now we hear it. If we do not seek the truth of the Dharma in this life, in what life shall we find it? Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of the way to enlightenment and awaken within us our highest aspiration. I take refuge in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depth of the Dharma and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord and a life of harmony in a spirit of universal brotherhood, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through ages of myriad of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful teaching. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda, namanda. Our Gatha is in the White Book on page 118. Say Namo Amida Butsu. Please be seated. We will next have our Dharma message from Reverend Yasaki.
Can I ask everyone to please put your palms together in God's shore, bow your head in contemplation and respect, as I read these words from the Amida Sutra. Sariputra, the people who hear of that land should aspire to be born there.
Why? It is because they will be able to meet again with such sages of supreme virtue there. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo. Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year to all of you, especially those who didn't come to our New Year service, which is fine. Again, if you're hungover, don't drive. And really quickly, I'll just say this in Japanese, the Japanese greeting. 新年明けましておめでとうございます。去年大変にお世話になっておりました。今年もよろしくお願いいたします。So basically, translation, Happy New Year. I was very indebted to you last year. Thank you very much for supporting me. And I look forward to working with you this year, type of thing, is the basic translation of what I just said. But, it's always nice to start off a new year with everybody. And today especially, since it is our monthly memorial service, our monthly Shotsuki Hoyo, where we remember all of those who have dedicated themselves to this temple. And it is because of the dedication we are able to be here today, just sitting here, being with each other, listening to the Dharma. It is because of them that we are able to say and hear Namo Amida Butsu. And so, usually for memorial services, again, I know everyone probably has heard this already, but we are technically supposed to chant the Amida Sutra, which is one of the three Pure Land Sutras that our school of Buddhism, Jodo Shinshu, looks to for guidance from especially Shakyamuni Buddha, the historical Buddha who lived in what was then India 2,500 years ago. And instead of chanting it, I'm reading portions of it. And this portion is a part that we use a lot in, especially when it comes to memorial services and funerals. And so this is Shakyamuni Buddha talking to his disciple Sariputra and everyone else listening. But Shakyamuni Buddha says, Sariputra, the people who hear of that land being Amida Buddha's Pure Land, Amida Buddha, the Buddha of immeasurable light and infinite light, the Buddha of infinite wisdom and compassion. So the people who hear of Amida Buddha's Pure Land should aspire to be born there. Why? It is because they will be able to meet together with such sages of supreme virtue there. Basically saying that why should those of us who hear of Amida Buddha's Pure Land want to be born there, right? English, exactly what it was saying. But it's because there are beings there with wisdom and compassion, such beings as those who have gone on before. So I apologize. I will probably do this next month as well. But this part is where we take, there's 4 characters in the sutra that we take from. And those 4 characters is Kue Isho. Together, meet, same place is basically what the translation. Together, meet, same, or one, technically, place. And these 4 characters, which again I'll bring next month for the Dharma message next month, but it says that we will be together with our loved ones again. we understand that death is a part of life, but it is also the hardest part of life to accept. And death reaches every single one of us. We cannot escape from it. And so it is even harder when we have to part from the ones we love most. And so these 4 characters, which again I will bring next month and talk about a little bit more, tells us that though we may feel that we are no longer together with our loved one, not only are they waiting for us in Amida Buddha's Pure Land, but the other understanding is that we are still together. As Buddhas, according to our school of Buddhism, our loved ones who have passed away, upon their passing, are born in Amida Buddha's Pure Land, and immediately they become Buddha, and immediately they come back to be with us and guide us. And so, in 2 different ways, they reside in Amida Buddha's Pure Land, waiting for us when we pass. But at the same time, they are also here with us, comforting us, because as a Buddha, they're able to be in multiple places at once. But especially when we lose our loved ones, it is hard to comprehend. It is so hard to comprehend that they can be with us at this moment. And that's why we read the sutra, because right here Shakyamuni Buddha says that we will be able to meet together. We're able to be with our loved ones again. And a way that we can be together with them, especially in the present, is by saying Namo Amida Butsu, I take refuge in Amida Buddha. Because also according to Shakyamuni Buddha, saying Namo Amida Butsu allows our loved ones to be with us. It is the vessel that allows them to be with us in the present. So again, Shakyamuni Buddha asks the question, why should people who hear of Amida Buddha's land aspire to be born there? The answer being, because you will be together with your loved one again. As this is the January memorial service, it is important for us to remember that our loved ones who are physically have departed from this world are still with us, will continue to still be with us. And their voices, their presence, can still be felt and heard through the calling of Namo Amida Butsu, I take refuge in Amida Buddha. Because they are Buddhas, they can take on this form and be anywhere that you need them to be. So if there are times where you remember, or it feels hard to think of your loved ones, or you feel so separated from them, please feel free to utter, say, think, Namo Amida Butsu, I take refuge in Amida Buddha, because they will be right next to you. They will be with you in that moment. So in closing, can I ask us to please put our palms together in Gassho, or bow our head in contemplation and respect, as we bring our loved ones together with us again by saying, Namo Amida Butsu, I take refuge in Amida Buddha. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo. Namo.
Thank you, Reverend Cindy, for your Dharma message this morning. Next, please rise if you're able for our next gatha, Ondoku-san 2, on page 153. We will next, or please remain standing for the reading of the Daily Creed of Jodo Shinshu on page 8. Realizing enlightenment is assured, and reciting the Nembutsu, I shall live my life cheerfully and positively. Understanding the oneness of life and cultivating self-reflection, I shall diligently attend to my life's tasks in gratitude. Recognizing the Dharma path, I shall help spread the teachings of the Buddha. Appreciating the Buddha Dharma, I shall respect and help others, working for the good of society. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda. Namanda. Please be seated. And so the next item on our program is the installation of temple officers. This was supposed to happen last month, but because of our temple closures, we pushed it back to this today. So first, we'll have the representatives from Adult Buddhist Association come up. We have President Randy Okimoto. Vice President is Dave Wiebel. Treasurer is Charles Natsuhara. And Secretary is Norma Ginty. Okay, keep coming up, people. Buddhist Women's Association. Oh, please, Oshoko, if you make it official. Buddhist Women's Association, Georgette Magnin, President. Vice President, Vivian Alexander. Secretary, Sarah Parrott. Treasurer, Sandra Watanabe. Auditor, Janice Yamada. We also have the Temple Board of Trustees. So co-presidents are Sharon Kosai and Kelsey Asato, Treasurer Charles Natsuhara, Recording Secretary Diane Cowles, Corresponding Secretary Vivian Alexander, and then our new board members, Vivian Alexander, Mark Coates, Charles Natsuhara, and Valerie Yamanaka.
Yeah. So can I ask to face this way? Can I actually have the two temple presidents in the middle? It looks nicer that way. Okay. So can I ask everyone to please put your palms together? Well, not everybody. Sorry, just just me that are being installed. So you, the newly elected officers of the Adult Buddhist Association, the Buddhist Women's Association, and the Temple Board of Trustees, in accepting office, take upon yourselves certain responsibilities towards your Sangha and your temple. In your term of office, you will need to make sacrifice for the common good and much try, especially during your term of office, to live the ideals of the Buddha Dharma. In accepting the responsibilities of office, let us gassho and share the three treasures. So repeat after me. I go to the Buddha for guidance.
I go to the Buddha for guidance.
I go to the Dharma for guidance.
I go to the Dharma for guidance.
I go to the Sangha for guidance.
I go to the Sangha for guidance.
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Nots. Namo Nots. Well, congratulations to everyone. I believe if everyone could congratulate our boards, and I think we'll take a picture.
Since we don't have our photographer here. Can you get in? Do I need any hours? Yeah, no, you open space right here.
Okay, congratulations to all the newly elected officers. At this point, are there any guests or announcements to be made?
The 2026 pledge forms are on the bulletin board, lower left corner, if anyone's interested. Otherwise, you can wait until you get the tax statement, which will be towards the end of the month. Thanks.
Okay, I have 3 items. The first is convention is coming up, and the early bird registration is January 12th. So if you register after that, it becomes, I think, $50 more. So try to get in, get your registration by January 12th. There are flyers in the foyer for information on registering. White River does have some scholarship money to help people offset that cost of registration, because I know that it can be a financial barrier. So if you need more information on that, contact the office or talk to me and I can get you that information to apply. And that needs to be in pretty quickly because we also want to meet that January 12th deadline. Okay. So the next one is Shinenkai coming up. When is it? January 18. We need your orders by the 7th of this month. We need your orders. It's a bento from Akaska. Is that how do you pronounce it? Akaska restaurant. Something, and it's $20 a bento, or we will also be having Chinese food for no charge if you choose that. But we do need your decision either way so we can account for how much food we need to order. The third thing is our community has been hit hard this year. Food is expensive. We had the flooding. It's been really a difficult year for our community. So we're collecting money for the food bank, and we're just collecting cash or checks, or we can do it online. And we're going to try to put an application or put it into the BCA, and I forget, Char, what's that fund? Social welfare to fund to match funds to give to the food bank. So if you're able to, there's a little can out front, or you can do it online and just make sure you note in your online donation that it's for the food bank. That's it. Thank you.
And I forgot my shoe.
Okay. So once again, congratulations to the board, ABBA, BWA, and the board of trustees. I do have to say that if you're interested in joining any of the organizations, the board of trustees, again, they're elected every single year, so unfortunately you can't necessarily get on, but I believe you could still join the board meetings if you would like. So please email the office if you ever want to join the board meeting as a member. Members can join the board meetings, but cannot vote. So if you would like to know what's going on, please feel free to send an email to the temple office. Again, the Adult Buddhist Association, please, I think, contact Randy Okimoto and the Buddhist Women's, and he's waving his hand. And the Buddhist Women's Association, Georgette, unfortunately, is not here. But I think a few of the BWA members, the Buddhist Women's Association members, are here. So if you would like to join, please feel free to contact them. Yeah. Secondly, putting on Northwest hat. So these flyers are out in the foyer. It's for Seattle Betsuin's Honko seminar. And it will be this Saturday, January 10th. I think it's hybrid. So if you can't make, not Sunday, Saturday, sorry, Saturday, January 10th at 1 p.m., 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. If there's a Zoom component, so if you can't go in person, then you could do it online. But if you would like to do it in person, they will have it at the Densho building, which is right behind the temple, the Seattle Betsuin Buddhist Temple, because unfortunately they had to close the temple again for things. As some of you may be aware, 2 years ago there was a fire. And so they're slowly rebuilding the temple, but they're also finding other things that needs to be fixed. So they have to close the temple again. But again, it'll be at the Densho building. And the guest speaker is Reverend Tadao Koyama, my husband, from the Tacoma Buddhist Temple. And he will be talking about the Goiden, Godensho and Shinanchonin, a close look at Honko. So he will be going over some of the items that we use during Honko. Honko is the
memorial service, the annual memorial service for Shinan Shonin, the founder of our School of Buddhism, and it's technically our most celebrated service for the year. And so he will be talking about the goiden, the scrolls that we put up for Hongo, as well as the Godensho, and he will most likely be chanting from the Godensho, which is the biography of Shinan Shonin, which was commissioned and written by Kakunyo Shonin, his grandson. And I'm pretty sure Koyama Sensei will be reading from it. So if you liked him reading the Gobunsho, which is Renyo Shonin's writings, which he did on New Year's Eve, it's very similar, though a little different. It's beautiful to hear. And as someone who has the ritual and chanting license, he's the one of the ones, other than Rinban Kusunoki at Seattle Betsuin, who is kind of licensed and taught formally to read it. I was taught it too, but I'm not as good as him. I'm proficient, he's master. Yeah, type of thing. So if you would like to listen to Reverend Koyama, please register online at the Seattle Betsuin website. The registration, there is a fee for Temple and BCA members. It says $10. For if you're a student, I don't necessarily know if it's college, but you could email them if you want to. That's $10. Non-members is $20, and any youth 18 and under, it's free. So please feel free to support the Seattle Betsuin by joining this Honko seminar. Again, it's hybrid on Saturday, January 10th from 1 to 4 p.m. Thank you.
Good morning. According to the list, we are full for the cooking class next Saturday for the miso and miso soup class, but just a reminder for those of you who have signed up, please be here about 9:45 because we've got a lot to do and a lot to learn. Thanks to our chef for the week, Alva. So looking forward to seeing you all there. Bye.
Okay, closing words are on the program, so please gasho and read along with me. My life is not only my life, but also the life of others' sacrifices, kindness, thoughtfulness, and patience. I am grateful. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namandad. Thank you for joining our service today. Please come up and oshoko if you have not already.